Hey everyone, Adri here. I come to you with a sneak peek of episode 3, Minerva, or is it Marvin McGonagall, of The Girl Who Lived, a Patreon exclusive podcast series where we reimagine Harry Potter with all the genders reversed and the implications of that. So, here we go.
She's a legendary. I mean, there's also so much stuff on Pottermore that you can learn about her and read about her. She has this entire huge, like, very in-depth backstory that I think is really, really interesting. And I wish had been kind of included in canon and like this story somehow if they could have, because it's really honestly so intriguing.
Also, that reminds me of, did you ever watch the Mindy Project?
I did, yeah.
And, so when Mindy's like, it's so weird being your own role model. That's how I feel about Minerva and her Patronuses.
Honestly, that's such a good comparison. I love it.
I'm here for that kind of confidence in a woman.
Oh gosh, that's so true. Oh, yeah.
Instead of being seen as a shrew, which I don't certainly see her that way, but I feel like maybe a lot of male characters, especially in Hogwarts, may see her that way. Marvin would be seen as a leader.
Yeah, I think he would be seen. He would. The hard thing is that, I was trying to think of how they would be respected, but like how differently they would be respected, because as we all know, McGonagall is a highly respected figure, or Minerva is a highly respected figure in Hogwarts. But at the same time, if she were Marvin, this would probably be different in some way. But I just cannot put my finger on how that would be different.
Do you think maybe Marvin's authority would be more final than Minerva's?
Like maybe, and maybe he would be less feared and more respected, because I feel like a lot of people respect McGonagall because they're a little bit scared of her.
That's what I mean by shrew versus leader.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
People fear the shrew and follow the leader.
Unfeeling and cold and out for themselves, while as authoritative men are seen as, cool and respected, and they're not seen as much in a bad light as authoritative women. So
they're just being a good man,
Yeah, they're taking their role as a man seriously, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. I was also thinking in taking the role as a man seriously, this idea in the patriarchy that sports are where men thrive in being fans of sports. I know it's kind of changed in recent years, but I feel a lot like geek culture in the same way, where you have to, as a woman, you have to prove your worth,
right,
to gain access to sports culture or geek culture. And
people don't believe that women can actually be fans of sports because they like sports.
Yeah.
They can't actually like watching sports. It has to be because of the cute men that are playing it, or the uniforms, or, because their boyfriends or their significant others like it. It can't just be because they like it.
I mean, obviously, I'm a geek because my husband loves Harry Potter, not because I do.
No, and I think a really, really good topical example of this, or at least women not being as given as much validity in the realm of sports, is the freaking U.S. women's soccer team.
Oh, I was just thinking about that.
Right. So they won a soccer championship. Now, before we get into this, I want to preface this entire part of the discussion with the fact that I literally know nothing about sports. So 90% of the time I will be talking out of my ass, and I hope that I'm saying things correctly. So
also, same here, so I can't check you.
Yes, and we're just perpetuating the stereotype that women don't know anything about sports, but that's okay.
Yeah, but then So like Minerva would be respected in like her opinions in sports, but I feel like Marvin would be more respected than like Minerva all around. And we've kind of touched on this, but like the patriarchy will see some man who is at a place of power and think, why isn't he more powerful? He's great, you know? Whereas if we see Minerva, the patriarchy is not like, it's not like, you know, Lucius Malfoy is like, she should be headmaster, you know? I have a bone to pick with the word sassy always because I've been called sassy my entire life in the mainland, which has been the last 9 years, solely because I'm a woman with opinions who says quippy things and I'm Puerto Rican.
Huh. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm also described as a woman with many opinions that says quippy things, but I'm not Puerto Rican, but I've never been described as sassy.
I have
baseline, Pottermore said I'm a dolphin. I don't really know if I agree with that.
I don't think so either. You're like more badass than a dolphin.
I don't know. I feel like I'd probably be some sort of cat or some sort of dog, just because I relate a lot to cats, and I can be like I thoroughly.
I'm just thinking. Do you know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking of cat dog.
Oh yeah, no, cat dog. 100% cat dog would be my animagus.
Do you want to hear the rest of that episode? You can do that by going to patreon.com/Ociopolitics. You can become a patron for as little as $2 a month. Your pledge will give you access to this exclusive bi-weekly podcast series, Muggle Studies, a bi-weekly video series discussing politics in the United States, and early releases of episodes. Go to patreon.com/Ociopolitics. Become a patron today and look at the really cool tiers because there are more rewards the more you pledge. But until then, politics managed.